CEO of Unicorn.Events, Anna. Anna, hi.
Hi, Marina. It's so nice to be in Europe again. Online, but still, Europe is always Europe. And this event is happening thanks to our sponsors, Platinum sponsor, Network VC, California Seed Fund. Our golden sponsor, CBS Group. CBS Group is a psychologically informed consultancy comprised of two main divisions. CBS Sonata provides high-level executive coaching to VCs, sales, senior management teams, and CBS Generations, with the family offices and family businesses space, prepares the next generation for the responsibilities in inheriting and running the family enterprise. And our silver sponsor, Silicon Valley Syndicate Club. Our event is the world's largest startup pitch competition 2020 by geography and the number of the events held already this year. And the winner of today's online Unicorn Battle will participate in the Unicorn Cup Finals on November 20th. It will be a great happening with the VCs and prominent startups from all over the world. So please mark the date in your calendar, November 20th. Besides Startups Pitching Live, there will be Startups Expo, where the best world startups will be exposing themselves to the top VCs. So please address our event managers or myself, and we will tell you some more how you can be part of this great event. This is the second season of the Unicorn Cup. Our preliminary local unicorn battles are being held on all continents with participants from 125 countries of the world and in 4 industries: health tech, fintech, AI, and general battles, like one we are having today in Europe. They do not have a special focus, but the most prominent startups are selected. And you have an opportunity to see them, the first ones. We are now companies sincerely believe that all good ideas come true only with the like-minded people. So partners and sponsors are always welcome to join us. We all are making this world become a better place. And I'm really glad to introduce you to our ecosystem. We are a smart ecosystem that consists of various software solutions, internet platforms, and that unite startups, businesses, business angels, experts, professional scouts, and high-level managers in a single business space. That makes it possible to solve quickly and efficiently any task in the field of innovation and startups. I'm happy to introduce you to the heart of our ecosystem, Startup Network. It's a marketplace for startups, businesses, investors, and service providers. Unicorn Battles is the oldest part of our ecosystem. Unicorn Battle, it's an open competition where startups pitch for private investors and venture funds. We have traveled all over the world with our peaceful battles. Now you can join them online and be part of this great event where local startups from each continent meet top VCs from all over the world. We started our battles back in 2009 and do them on a regular basis all over the world, and really hope that we will come back to the offline format we had talked about at the beginning of this event, and that we will host you in our Silicon Valley, where our headquarters is. We are having great after parties, guys. So, but right now you can join us from wherever you are. We are broadcasting live also, and everyone is welcome to join us and see with their own eyes the most prominent startups. Also, please meet the recent program we had initiated. It's Silicon Finance. It's a special program designated for startups willing to apply to top American accelerators. We help them to relocate and grant them funds and services worth $50,000. Please join us. And Network VC, California's seed fund, is a recent part of our smart family. The fund has 2 current strategies. First one, to participate as an investor in our pre-acceleration program for the chosen startups. And second, to be a lead investor in our Silicon Valley Syndicate Fund. And what is a Silicon Valley Syndicate Fund? I would like to invite my colleague, Julia, who is Investor Relations Director of the Silicon Valley Syndicate Club. She will tell you about it. Julia, are you with us?
Yes, thank you, Anna. Hi to everyone. My name is Julia. I am Investor Relations Director of Silicon Valley Syndicate Club. We give an opportunity for private investors and business angels to invest together with us into the best startups that we can find through our global ecosystem. It is an international club. We are officially registered in the USA. Closed club meetings are held online 1 or 2 times per month. Contact me directly if you would like to know about the club. I will send my contact to the chat. Thank you, Anna. Good luck to everyone today.
Thank you, Julia. And also, please meet my another colleague, Slava, who will tell you about the wonderful opportunities for the startups to find investments and for the brokers and investment bankers. Slava, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Hi all. I am a managing partner of Network Investments. It's a global network of created for investment banks and professionals to help them find interesting opportunities worldwide in other geographies than they are really now. And for startups and for businesses, it's also an opportunity to get that access to the global community of professionals. And surely this makes the fundraising process easier and gives more opportunities to get the needed money quicker. So those who are interested, please write me here this day or any day after. I will be glad to get to know you. Thanks.
Thank you, Slava. And also, please meet Natalie. She's CEO of the VC House. She will tell you what this is all about. Natalie?
Thank you, Anna. Hello, everybody. I'm glad to see you here today. VC House is an invitation-only online community in the network created exclusively for VCs, where they can exchange deals which they participate in as active investors. And what is more, it will be also a specialized platform for online and offline LPGP events, where family offices and institutional investors have an opportunity to meet VC funds. If you have any questions about VC House or would like to join VC House, please don't hesitate to contact me directly. My contact details will be in the chat. And now I'd like to return the floor to our host for today's event, Marina.
Thank you. And I'm excited to continue again our program. So according to our agenda today, where is the slide with, before the agenda, we have the slide with our amazing partners. So I'm excited to introduce our amazing partners who help us a lot in organizational issues of this event and spreading the word and other kind of support. So big thanks to KPMG, to CLEAM, to Hub for Zero, to Sunrise, to Global Israeli Initiative, to Mindspace, of course, and to Pioneers, and to Sci-Fi, and Sci-Fi. And now we will proceed to our agenda.
But before we proceed to agenda, we have a special presentation from the golden sponsor we are having today, CBS Group, who are also supporting this event that is happening today in Europe. Can I have a video on, please? Oh, we don't have a sound?
We don't have it.
Yes, can we have a video on? Yes, it's online event. Sometimes something happens.
We wanted very much to present our golden sponsor who is helping us a lot to have this event.
Yes.
It's very
Hi, Alexander.
It's very important when somebody is supporting you. So
you're just in time. Like we will have a little presentation from the CBS Group, and then we'll go on to the judges' introduction.
Oh, great. From which country? Our sponsor today?
From the UK.
UK. Okay, I like UK.
London. Yes.
The
London
startups
is a
from
wonderful.
UK were very active in the last cycle of our battles.
Yes, it's important for us. Absolutely. Okay.
Maybe Giles can help if he's in
No.
UK.
No, it's okay. Yes.
Hi, good afternoon, good morning to everyone. First of all, a very big thank you to Anna at Startup Network for putting on Unicorn Battles. Excited to be here. Thank you. So people ask me, what's the most important part of being a CEO of a VC-backed startup? Is it the ability to create product market fit? Is it the ability to scale? Is it the ability to hire and retain the best quality staff? The answer I always say is that it's all of these things together. Michael Jordan is famous for saying, everyone should get a coach that will help them expand their limits and show them the greatness that they have inside themselves. Eric Schmidt was asked, what's the most important single bit of advice you would give to any CEO? He said, every athlete, every performer should have a coach, as well as every CEO of a business. About 12,000 years ago, humanity almost got destroyed in the last ice age. There's maybe only 1,000 people left alive in the world. What that did is make sure that the people that survived were able to learn new skills, be able to communicate with each other, and be able to really fight the elements that was very difficult. This is called neuroplasticity, the ability to learn new skills, which is essential as a CEO. So, if you were the owner of Chicago Bulls, would you want Michael Jordan to have a coach, or Michael Jordan and the entire team? And if you own multiple sports teams, wouldn't you want all of your teams, all of your top players, all to have a coach? This perception epitomizes the ideas behind SBC. What we try and do is help companies and CEOs achieve their absolute maximum potential. It's been an absolute pleasure being here, really looking forward to everyone at the Unicorn Battles and wish you all the very best of luck. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. Simon is here with us today. So he addressed really interesting issues. I really encourage every one of you to contact him. We are moving on with our agenda.
So many thanks to Simon once again, because it's very, very important that somebody is supporting our great initiative, which is spreading all over the world and became the largest world pitch contest so far in 2020, and we're still spreading. So about our agenda, now we have the time where jury will introduce themselves. So you can take it 1 minute. You can take your time, take your opportunity to tell us more about yourself, your fund, your strategy, your industries, whatever, what can be potentially interesting to all of our participants. So, and first of all, I would like to start with Alexander Soroka, who is the founder of Startup Network. And by the way, Alexander has recently the birthday. So, and I want to I want to use this opportunity to congratulate you in public with the birthday and to say how much we appreciate what you are doing, that you are developing a group of companies, you're developing us, you're helping both investors and startups find each other. And there are a lot of more interesting things to come. So all the best to you, and thank you for being with us and being our leader. And now I can pass you the word to start the jury introduction part.
Thank you, Marina. I think it's too much for me, but okay, I will accept it.
It was unexpected. It was not according to the scenario. Yeah.
Okay, yes. Hello and welcome to our Unicorn Battle in Europe today. Today is we have agnostic battle, so agnostic industry battle, and it's always very interesting because the idea can be really fresh and really new. And if you talk about our seed fund, we usually invest from 50 to 250K, and we prefer to invest in the United States or Europe, and we are industry agnostic. Thank you very much, Marina.
Thank you. Who's going to be the next one? Just take the floor. Switch the microphone and take the floor.
Shall I take the lead, Marina?
Hi. Hi, Marco.
Hi there. Hi. So thank you. Good afternoon, good morning for those of you who are in the States. I'm Marco Di Micheli, co-founder and managing partner of Sequitur Capital. Sequitur Capital is an independent investor with offices in Milan and Los Angeles, actually Orange County, which is close to Los Angeles. And we focus on deep tech software companies with a B2B model. Together with our network of co-investors, we identify scale-up candidates in Europe and the United States at the late seed pre-series A stage, and we support them with capital injections of up to 2 million euros in one or more rounds, using a whole range of different instruments, ranging from plain equity to convertibles to other hybrid combinations. We have a distinctive blend of experiences in technology and finance, and we leverage on this knowledge, as well as our network of business partners, to support the expansion of our portfolio companies. If you want to learn more about us, I encourage you to visit our website, which is www.sequitur-capital.com, and get in touch with us. And with these, I wish good luck to all the startups presenting and good job to all my fellow colleagues jurors.
Thank you, Marco. And you can also, you're welcome to use the chat, or you can send their LinkedIn links, your website links, and everybody would find you easily after.
Will do, thank you.
Hello, I'm going to go next. Good
Hello.
evening from, thank you, Marina. Good evening from India. My name is Preeti Chaudhary, and I am the founder of LinkedIn Local India, and also head of investments, partnerships, and alliances for InfoCrest LLP. Our check size is 25K to 150K USD, sector agnostic, primarily into India, but now looking outside as well for partnerships and alliances. It's a pleasure being here today. Looking forward to the entire day. All the best to everybody, and have a very good day all. Thank you.
Thank you, Preeti.
I can go next. My name is Zahar, and I work as associate with ICU Ventures. We are Kyiv, Ukraine, and London-based venture fund. We usually invest at late seed round A, and our investment ticket ranges from 200K to 1 million. We mostly invest in Central and Eastern Europe, but we also invest globally. So I'm honored to be here, and thank you to Alexander, Anna, Marina, and everyone who brings us all here together. Thanks a lot, and good luck to everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Zahar. Nice to meet you.
Here's Mark from Business Buddies in Berlin. Business Buddies is a customized accelerator for sustainable companies, and we support companies in building the companies, sharpen the strategy, and in particular in fundraising. So it's me, and I have a strong network around me. So whenever you are in Berlin, just reach out.
Hi, Mark. Nice to see you finally in video.
Yeah, I can go next. I'm representing here Daniela Hermann, the president and founder of Topan AG. I'm a senior partner of Topan AG. My name is Wolfgang Lehmacher, and it was a last minute urgency that brought me here, and I'm very happy to be here. What is Topan? Topan is an advisory that helps companies to grow, to scale, with a strong focus on financial innovation. We have a full toolbox from business to investing to finance, and we combine hard factors with soft factors. That means we have a strong focus on sustainable businesses, but we believe also in the robustness and the hard factors and the diligence of traditional financial focus. I wish also the participants a lot of success here.
Nice, thank you.
Can I go next?
Yeah, I was actually I was almost wanted to call you already. For
Hi everyone, Kelvin here from Helsinki, Finland. My name is Kelvin Chikeze. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Digital Growth Boost. We are a tech marketing platform based in Helsinki, Finland. We basically help brands to gain targeted followers on Instagram, which they can easily convert to paying clients because it's super targeted. Also, I'm the chapter director for Startup Grind Helsinki, which is the biggest startup and entrepreneurship ecosystem in the world, with over 3 million entrepreneurs impacted so far. I'm happy to join you guys in today's event and hope to connect afterwards. Thank you.
Kevin, thank you so much. I just want to mention that you are supporting us on behalf of Startup Grind and Finland, and that was very, very helpful. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
Shall I go next?
Sure.
Hi, my name is Eike. I have been an entrepreneur for 15 years and 3 years ago launched a small investment firm called Nuclear Block Ventures that initially invested in blockchain projects, but also has participations in other companies in Spain, Brazil, China, and Germany. And I'm mainly interested in businesses that are not too much tech, more consumer oriented, even though also SaaS businesses could be interesting for me. I am mainly interested in, or for me, it's very important to know the valuation. So if I look at a startup, any startup is interesting. It just depends on the valuation of the startup. So it'd be nice if you also mention the valuation that you expect.
Thank you, Eike.
Thank you.
We have also Gary Fuller who joined us from the US. Gary, we see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you today. So my name is Gary Fowler and I'm a serial entrepreneur. I've done 16 companies. I've worked on and started 3 funds. I love artificial intelligence. So I've had 2 unicorns. The first one was Click Software, which is a company out of Haifa. I was on the original team, sold to Salesforce for $1.35 billion about 14 months ago. And now Eva, I started 4 years ago with David Yang, who's originally from Russia. And it's one of the top AI HR tech companies. I love to write. I've written 80 some articles on artificial intelligence in the last year in Forbes, et cetera. And now I'm interested particularly in emotion AI and biotech and the application of AI to things like drug delivery, gene splitting, genomes, that kind of thing. So love it. So I'm really excited to be part of the Unicorn Cup and to listen to these incredible startups. So we are unicorn breeders.
Thank you, Gary. And I would like to mention and say thank you again for your support of our AI battles worldwide.
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. Thank
Many
you.
public, thank you. And we have somebody to present themselves. It's like Kate Herman wants to present herself, right?
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Hope you're all having a great day. I am founder of IPA Equities. We invest in innovative and disruptive technologies, industry agnostic globally. Been around for quite a long time. You can visit us at ipaequities.com and learn more about us. We write checks for 500,000 to 10 million. So Series A basically, or post Series A. So thank you, and I look forward to hearing from the startups today.
Thank you, Kate.
I can go next. Hello from Ukraine. I am from Innovation DTech. It's the part of the tech company. DTech is the biggest private investor in energy sector in Ukraine. And we use open innovation approach, and we interested in startups who want to try to their solution in our company, in our enterprises. So we don't invest in startups, but we could acting like industrial partner. The tech have 7 73,000 employees, and we have 6 domain business direction like the tech renewables, the tech trading, the tech solution, the tech energy, the tech grids, and the tech service. So you're welcome to join our open innovation approach. And we have our website, openinnovation.detect.com, where we have published all challenges that we have, and you can apply with any solution that you want to implement in our company. Thank you.
Thank you, Dmitry. And I would like to mention that basically we have electricity here because of DTEC. So thanks for coming, for joining us today.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Donik. I can go next, maybe. I'm working currently at KPMG, and I'm based in Berlin right now. We coach over 100 ventures and scale-ups in Europe, and we go from ideation to IPO, basically. Yeah, there's a huge team behind me, but I'm really happy to participate here today. And yeah, we are mainly looking for B2B software startups where we can introduce our corporate clients to, or we can link them up to our already established network. And yeah, really happy to be here and looking forward to meet the startups.
Thanks, Dominic. You're joining us for the first time today, right? Yeah.
Hi, I can go next. My name is Julia. I'm based
Hi, Julia. Nice to see you.
Hi, nice to see you. Thanks for having me. I'm based in Germany, and I'm building Tidal Impact, which is a global investment holding company. So we invest in Series A or later stage companies in the areas of clean infrastructure, sustainable ag and food tech, education, and health and well-being. And we are structured as a holding company to really be able to create patient capital and support companies long term. So yeah, that's what we're doing, and I'm looking forward to meeting some interesting companies today.
Thanks, Julia. I see that Bas is also present today. It would be nice if you saw yourself, but we're very, very happy to see you today.
Thank you, Marina. Thanks for having me back here. Acrobator Ventures, or Acrobator.VC, it's the world's first growth hack VC. We have 20 years of experience in growth hacking and marketing, and that's very often what a founder needs more support with. We're a Dutch fund, but we focus on Dutch founders and Russian-speaking founders across the globe. And we are pretty much sector agnostic. Anywhere where B2B lead generation, B2C lead generation, or the whole range of marketing areas is covered, that's what we add as extra value to our cash. Our checks are from 100,000 euros to 2 million. We've done so far 4 investments in the current fund. The previous one had a nice unicorn, Miro.com. And we're really happy to really, truly add value to startups, because that's what I've been doing myself as well as a founder. So I've been on the other side. So thanks for having me here, and let's breed those new unicorns, as Gary said.
Okay, thanks, Vas. Hopefully we will reveal some unicorns today.
Wow, what a strong expert board we're having today, right?
Right.
That's good. Should we move on, or anybody else would like to present?
There is nobody who wants to present themselves.
Okay, then the floor is yours. Oh, oops.
One moment.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Benjamin Radomski here.
Hi, Benjamin.
Hi, Benjamin. Hello to Italy. You're in Italy right now, right?
I'm in Italy, in Milano. Yes.
Okay.
So I'm Benjamin Radomski, based in Milan. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm a partner of Spin Venture. In short, Spin Venture is a venture development firm. It was set up to tackle social economic changes. Currently, we are reducing the level of CO2 in the atmosphere and the presence of plastic in the landfill and in the ocean. We have invested in and also developed an active investment and acceleration model for this effect. And I'm also pleased to have our portfolio company, GuiGo, that will be presenting as a startup. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Benjamin. And so secretly, I will tell you that there is one startup today who's fighting against plastic to help the Earth to do with plastic. So interesting. And still, if there is anybody who would like to present themselves, then we can move on.
Anyone? One? Anyone? Two? Anyone? Three? Okay, no one.
Anyone? Four? Well, each of you, the juries, you received your voting links, especially those juries who are today for the first time. You have got your personal voting links on email yesterday. And if you don't find your voting link, in case, write to my email. We will provide you ASAP. So, and when you click your voting link, you go to our website, our landing page, just scroll down and you will see the startups, and you can evaluate them from 1 to 5. There is only one mark and one criteria for the evaluation. This is the investment potential. So startup with 5 gets the most investment potential, with 1 the lowest investment potential. And also, our visitors, our guests today, we have a lot of angel investors who are present today. I will tell you secretly. They don't speak, but they watch us, and they have the amazing opportunity also to vote. So just go to our landing page and put the thumbs up for the startup you liked. So at the end of the battle, we will see the voting results from our guests. So everybody actually has the right to vote. And let's move on to our startups. We have amazing startups today. And let's start from Seed C Defense Solutions, the startup from the UK. And who is ready, Fabio? Are you ready?
Yeah, but before we start, I would like to remind to the startups, dear startups, we recommend not to mention any fundraising out loud because we are broadcasting to the countries where some restrictions exist. In that case, you can always discuss the sensitive topics in chat or within some other channels. Okay, we can go on with the pitch session.
Okay, can I start?
Yeah, thanks, Anna, for reminding. If the jury will ask how much you will raise, so I will have to interrupt you also.
All right, I'm gonna share my presentation. Okay, can you see it right?
Yes.
Great. So afternoon to you all. I'm Fabio. I'm the CEO of C Defense Solution. It's a startup that develops solution for stopping plastic waste in river before it gets to the ocean. I'm sure that most of you already heard the sentence that every minute the equivalent of 1 truckload of plastic is entering our ocean. And unfortunately, this quantity is quadrupling by the 2050. And by then, there's going to be more plastic than fish in the ocean. The studies tell us that the 80% of the plastic in the ocean is coming from rivers, and the 60% is actually coming from only 10 to 20 rivers. And this is why we developed a system for stopping plastic in rivers before they get to the ocean. Our system, called Blue Barriers, is made by 2 sections of barriers that are floating, and the first one divert the waste toward the second one, and the second one toward the collection basin. The barriers are split in 2 parts in order to allow the boats passing by. In the images, the barriers are quite close one to each other, but it's just for image presentation purposes. Actually, they can be far from each other, from 300 to 400 meters. The barriers have been made and designed very sturdy with an internal steel structure in order to make it very resistant to and be able to resist the flooding condition. In fact, and in the same way, in the meantime, being still effective in flooding conditions, they are able to stop up until 92% of plastic. The barriers are made in two parts: a floating part, which is made by recycling polyethylene, which gives great stability to the barriers, and a steel part that cross all the barriers. Our driver has been always like simplicity. So make it simple in order to make it scalable quickly, also in countries where the resources are limited, and producing locally in order to create new jobs. We don't want just to stop plastic in the rivers, but we want to treat what we're going to collect. We're going to recycle and separate the high quality plastic and sell it to the local market. With the low quality plastic bags and field bags, we can generate raw material via pyrolysis and producing new plastic and eventual energy. Another material you're going to collect is organic waste, so vegetation and wood. Vegetation can be easily composted, and wood can be used for creation of energy and CO2 credits and generate another revenue stream. The addressable market has been identified in 4,000 rivers, the rivers that are actually affected by plastic pollution around the world, and consider an average river width of 150 meters.
Sorry, time is up, just two last phrases.
Yeah, so we are aiming for in 3 years to reach 3 million revenues. And we are currently installing barriers in Italy and in Chilivun River, and we have more than 13 projects around the world. The team, the core team is made by myself, a communication director, and a financial senior manager, and we are looking for a commercial director. And we have a scientific and technical team that is helping us developing and improving our technology. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the presentation.
Thank you, Fabio. We have less time for questions and answers, maybe 2 questions. Who would like to ask? Any questions? No questions?
Yeah, this is Wolfgang. Fabio, thank you very much for the great presentation, and I think that's definitely a topic which needs to be addressed.
Yeah.
And the question is, what is your plan to scale this across the world, and to convince whom to buy the solution?
So we are going to partner up with companies that treat the plastic and waste management companies. We are already discussing with a number of possible partners, and they will help us in giving a more 360 degrees product. So that will actually generate a profit for the client. That could be the public administration. So at the moment with pyrolysis, in 5 years, the public administration will have a ROI. We're actually aiming to identify other technology, other system in order to reach an ROI in 3 years.
Okay, thank you very much. Time is up. Thank you, Fabio.
One more question, maybe.
Okay, the last one.
Just who exactly is the person that makes the decision if to install your technology in the river or not? I mean, is it like the environmental agency? Is it a city where the river is located? Who's making the decision?
It depends the country, but mainly is like, let's say, usually the regional administration. Like let's say in Indonesia and in Italy is the regional administration. It really depends the country, but just to give like a general view, is like this is the final decision maker, and then we have different kind of clients. It could be the regional administration again, for example, in Italy is like that, or in Indonesia we have cases where is a big corporation that is funding, so it's like actually the client, and the final decision maker is the regional administration.
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Fabio. I'm sorry, but time is up and I have to call the next startup. But
thank you, everybody.
Before I would like to remind you, startups, please leave your information in the chat, your links, or whatever you would like to share, contacts. And I would like to remind you that we are streaming currently, so our session, our event is being broadcasted live. So we have the guests watching us. And another startup number 2 today is from Romania, and its name is called Waito. And I'm sorry if I mispronounce some names because it's always tricky. So Daniel, are you here? Are you ready?
Yes, thank you, Marina. The name is Vato.
Vato, okay.
Yeah, let me just briefly share the screen.
It's Vato because it's ultra fast charging stations.
Exactly.
So with VAT, with physical.
Yeah, can you see me, everyone?
Yes, we see you.
Okay. Did you know that range anxiety is the biggest fear of people when driving an electric car? Hello, everyone. My name is Daniel Pintilie. I'm the founder and the CEO of Vato. Vato makes possible long-distance driving for any electric vehicle. We are building and operating a network of ultra-fast charging stations across Central and Eastern Europe. This will eliminate the range anxiety and will accelerate the mass adoption of electric vehicles. And this is what Vato stations will look like. Transport is responsible for 27% of all carbon emissions in Europe. The car industry is facing already a major transformation. We are expecting a few million vehicles on the streets by 2030. This will require a powerful charging infrastructure. In alone, 76% of all charging points are concentrated in just 4 countries. That creates a huge problem traveling long distance to any electric vehicle. At Vato, this is exactly what we are solving. We are building a charging infrastructure for electric vehicles, first in Romania and then in Central and Eastern. We are unique. Nobody does what we do. We are creating an entire new market, charging small personal electric cars and large commercial vehicles just the same. Ultra-fast charging technology, charging your car in just 8 minutes. Renewable energy, storage, grid integration, coffee shops, disruptive user experience. We are very ambitious. In 2022, we built 2 pilot stations in Romania. From 2023, we go nationally, and from 2025, we go regionally. Last year, we got the first financing from Early Game Ventures, a venture capital fund. So far, we managed to build up the team, to design the concept and the strategy, to identify strategic location and get new strategic partnerships. Now, we are looking for the next financing to build the pilot. Once the market grows, we expect strong revenues year by year. We have also a very strong team of experts with accumulated expertise of more than 70 years. That makes us very confident about the capabilities of our team. I'm here because I'm looking for the next financing to build 2 pilot stations. €1 million is already committed by our initial investor, Early Game Ventures. There is also a nice quote by Abraham Lincoln. The best way to predict your future is to create it. Join us to create the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniel. Questions?
A question from Finland, Smart Up Capital, which is from Luxembourg to New York, scaling up a fund. What is your IPR concentrated on?
Sorry, I couldn't really.
What is your IPR, your patent portfolio, concentrated on? What's the technology you have patented here?
We are a service company, not a product company, so we don't develop any product. We just integrate it in an innovative way. The most, let's say, the powerful technology to market in the market to date.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Dominic, no?
I just didn't get how much money are you currently looking for to fundraise? Like 1 million is committed, and what's outstanding?
We cannot answer that question. I'm sorry.
That's a question I could answer in private.
You can ask Daniel in chat.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. But I can assure that we have already committed 1 million from our initial investor. This is I can say. I can reveal it.
Okay. If there are any other questions, so we can thank you, Daniel.
Thank you.
Good luck to Wada. And we have to move to our next participant, who is Smart Migrator. And Peter is going to tell us more about about his technology. Just scan a food product to find out all of its secrets. So tell us more about it.
Thank you very much, Marina. And hi, everyone. And we're live broadcasting from space, as you can see. Let me just share my screen, and hopefully you'll be able to see what. Can you almost see my screen?
Yeah, I can see a screen, and I just confused the description. So you are a fully automated cloud migration platform.
Absolutely. And I'm delighted to share what is cooking in our kitchen here in London. So hi, everyone. My name is Peter, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Smart Migrator. Most companies globally recognize how critical cloud computing is for future-proofing operations. The COVID crisis has made it even more urgent than it's ever been before. However, the journey to the cloud is extremely complex and challenging. Just think how stressful moving house is for anyone. Now imagine moving with 5 children and 10 cats while balancing 10 plates spinning on poles, which must not fall and break. This is how migrating feels for companies. Traditionally, migrations have been manually delivered by very expensive consultancies that only large enterprises can afford. They've been plagued by human error, causing delays and failure. SMEs have not had a valuable solution that only very few have managed to migrate in-house. The significant complexity requires specialist skills that are a major global shortage. Smart Migrator is the world's first fully automated cloud migration platform, and it solves these challenges. It is founded by an expert team that has migrated over 300,000 servers. We say there's enough complexity, enough pain, and enough extortionate fees. Migrating should be simple, fast, and affordable. So Smart Migrator enables companies of any size globally to follow a simple step-by-step process and automatically migrate. No specialist skills needed, no time wasted, and no stress. Automation means the migrations are 6 to 10 times faster and 3 to 10 times cheaper, and critically free of human error as well. Of course, many are currently working on automation out there. However, their tools are complex and focused on large enterprises, not SMEs. And there isn't a tool until now which is fully automated, until us. We removed the barriers for SMEs in a simple to use but very powerful platform. So what have we achieved so far in the short space since we started? We completed our minimum lovable product in April this year, which automatically migrates to AWS. And we're developing some really strong partnerships already, as you can see from the slide. AWS and Oracle are really excited and have technically validated our capabilities. In us, they see a solution to the biggest global problem in cloud adoption, big shortage of migration specialists to cope with the rising customer demand. We are working with multiple AWS UK teams who are actively promoting us. Oracle is similarly keen to utilize our innovation and accelerate their customer acquisition. We're now starting with Microsoft and Google, and we have a growing international partner network of IT service providers. We operate in one of the biggest and fastest growing global sectors, which is expected to reach over $448 billion by 2025, almost all of which is enterprise scale companies. If we add SMEs to the mix, we estimate the total market to reach over $1 trillion and rising. Our future plans are really, really ambitious once we cover migration to all the major clouds. Smart Migrator will transform into a fully automated, smart, AI-driven platform for everything cloud, from migration to management and optimization, smart cloud comparison and switching, and much, much more. We're currently raising our first equity round, and we're inviting you to join us on our journey to empowering millions of companies worldwide. Thank you very much, and I'm happy to take any questions.
Thank you very much, Peter.
Yeah, this is Wolfgang. Very quick. This is a fantastic story, and I really like what you're doing. Also because it's SME focused, where the jobs are created. Where do you see the risk in your model?
Well, there are multiple areas. So at the moment, one of the current risks as we are an early stage business is currently COVID. I mean, COVID has put us on the roadmap and the cloud on the roadmap of every single business. However, it's still challenging for a lot of SMEs because migrating normally comes at quite a high cost. We are solving the problem at a fraction of that cost, but it's still quite an extensive expense for companies. In the future, we will definitely have competition. We have very strong IP. So we are actually going to make multiple patent applications. However, there is always a risk, and we get this question asked all the time from companies. What about the big clouds doing something similar? What stops them? And there is always a risk. However, we fit their business model is based around partnerships, which is the same as ours. So there are some risks out there, not great because the market is huge. It's absolutely huge. And we are the first to create a really innovative solution that removes the barriers for companies.
Thank you, Peter.
Tell us, please, about your traction and in terms of revenue.
Sure. We have a very active sales cycle with multiple companies. When we only launched our first version of the product in April, which was really challenging because during COVID, for months, nobody was really looking at anything. But what we managed to do during that time was really develop strong partnerships with AWS and Oracle. So now we are working with the UK teams on a joint campaign. We have multiple teams that are actively promoting our services, and we already received a list of 100 opportunities of companies that we're talking to help them migrate to AWS. So it's been a short and challenging period, but we expect any day now to really accelerate sales because more and more companies need what we are offering, especially now with COVID and a second wave looming on the horizon.
So are you on pre-revenue stage now?
At the moment, yes, but we have some very interesting project coming up. So, and because of the nature of the project sizes, these can easily range from 20,000 to many hundreds of thousands of pounds. So we expect by the end of the year to have quite a sizable revenue out of those projects in the various stages of the sales cycle that we have.
Thank you.
Hello. Could you give a brief answer about your competitors, please?
Certainly. The market is dominated by large migration consultancies who are known as managed migration providers. These are large companies like Accenture, Deloitte, IBM, DXC Technology, and many, many others. They all have a traditional migration approach, which is largely manual. they have various degrees of automation for certain cases, but they don't have complete automation. And also they're focusing on large enterprise projects. For SMEs, the challenge is really severe because very few have the capabilities to migrate in-house. Some try and get external help from freelancers or from a boutique consultancy that are small. But the big problem is the shortage of skills. It's not just about having qualifications, but also experience. So a lot of these companies, they don't have a viable solution to make migration simple and affordable. So in this respect, there really isn't any direct competition right now. Deloitte and Accenture are by far in more advanced stages of automation compared to the other big players. But as of now, we don't have a direct competitor doing anything remotely similar. We're really competing against the traditional legacy manual approach, and we're bringing the next generation of how migration should be, which is fully automated and affordable.
So it's a product from post-IT era.
Yes, it's a cutting-edge product that will define and eliminate the barriers of migrations going forward.
Thank you.
Peter, thank you so much. Time is up. And that was Peter from Outer Space with his unique cloud migration platform. So good luck to you, Peter.
Thank you very much, everyone.
The next our startup is connected with agriculture, so Magratech Agro. And Vyacheslav, are you ready to present us? Vyacheslav, hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, we see you.
Can you see?
Yeah, we see.
Actually, there are two of us.
Yeah, there are two of us, but you again. Okay. Screen sharing. Okay, we see your presentation. For some reason, the video disappeared. But, can you make it?
Okay.
Vyacheslav, can you make it with the video? Okay, so we see the video, we see the screen, you can start. But we don't hear you. Okay.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Now it's perfect. Let's
All right, great. Okay. Hi, I'm Slava Kholochenko, a founder and the CEO of Magratech. This is Konstantin Avizenko, head of sales. We have created a digital resource management system of efficient crop production. We know that in real life, agronomists and farmers make a lot of decisions. 80% of the profit depends on this decision. The more decisions you make, the more mistakes you might make. Losses can be up to 20% of farm profit. We have created a web service that helps to manage farms' main expenses. The Magratech system manages operation, fertilizers, and chemicals on 14 major crops. The system allows you to make a vast number of correct decisions. We use synergy of data science technology and agrochemistry. We have two business models. First model is a service of agricultural consulting. Second model is the subscription to the online service. There are 1.3 billion hectares of arable land in the world. 20% are large farms, our potential clients. Today, the average check for using farm management system is about $5 per hectare per year. We will be able to get 5% of this market by 2024. Our main competitors offer only templates for storing or visualizing information. Their product failed to make complex solutions and recommendations, while the yield doesn't grow. Our web service calculates more data. Our company increases the crop production by 5 to 15%. We make an increase in productivity for grain, legumes, and vegetables. Our clients can gain 100 to 1,000 dollars of additional profit, and we are an effective team of experts in agrochemistry, agronomy, programming, data science. We are already working with large holdings company. We became residents of the Skolkovo Innovation Park in Moscow. Today, we provide service for 5,000 hectares. We plan revenue $150,000 in 2020. Every year, the company revenue grows 3 times. We expect to work on 50 million hectares by 2024, with revenue $100 million. They are the market of North and South America, Australia, and Europe. We are planning to enter the target market, which will increase our revenue 100-fold and capitalization 20-fold. Large chemical holdings are now showing interest in us. We aim to change the global agri-tech market. Thank you.
Thank you. Vyacheslav, questions? Mark?
Yeah, sorry, can you please explain what you actually do? So I don't know, I just did not really get what you're doing.
Actually, this is all we do. We go to large agro holdings and we take some information for them. So we take soil chemistry. We have past crops, the result from the past, what kind of chemicals to feed them, and we put in our system. So our system, it calculates it, it gives a nutrition recommendation for the future yields. So, and it's already effective, and it's already been tested many times, and increase crops by 5 to 15%.
Okay, thanks.
Any other questions?
Yeah, it's building on this. This is Wolfgang. So what is better than what is already in the market? So you're using better.
I'm sorry, can you speak up a little bit?
What is better than the competition? So what differentiates you? Are you using more data, different data, algorithms, IoT? What makes the difference?
Yes, so most of the solutions don't give you results right away. We just give you some kind of information, and it takes time to process it, and time is delayed. In our system, it gives you a complete solution right away, so people can use it and start, put it in effect.
Thank you.
Okay, nice. The last question. Yes, no? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you very much, guys. And I'm excited to present our next startup, who is from Netherlands, and Alicia Hai. It's called Wasted, and Alicia is going to tell us more about it. Alicia. Where's Wasted? I see you, but Alicia?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. Okay. Hi. I share my screen. Thank you.
Okay, we see your screen. Fine.
Great. All right. Hello. So I'm located in Amsterdam. And if you've ever been to Amsterdam, you might know the Amsterdam Tower. It's one of the biggest buildings in Amsterdam. And then to realize that every year in the Netherlands, 75 of these buildings filled with plastic are being wasted. Who would like to create value out of this plastic? My name is Alicia, and since 2015, I've been working on a solution. Wasted help users in the effort of recycling, collecting, and refusing plastic. We activate our users by living a plastic-conscious lifestyle, by rewarding their plastic-free actions with discounts on sustainable products. We make money by affiliation fee. So when our users go to the brand's webshop, we receive a percentage. And by campaign fees to brands and municipalities. So through our app, we can set up collection campaigns to collect a specific plastic that then can be recycled into long-term circular products. And this concept has been tested with our community in Amsterdam North. We have over 3,500 users who already separated 70,000 waste bags filled with plastic. They redeem over 100 coins a month, and already 10 sustainable web shops are involved in our reward system. Also, with the municipality of Amsterdam, we set up several campaigns, and therefore we received over 400,000 revenue in the last 5 years. So our concept has proven to be successful, and we're ready for the next step. And the next step is to transform our web-based platform into an app that not only helps people to separate their waste, but also to reduce their plastic use step by step. And with this app, we can grow from Amsterdam North to the whole Amsterdam, followed by other Dutch cities coming next 5 years. And then we can make real impact and support the plastic-free economy. In order to do so, we need funding, funding to finish the app, to get the right marketing knowledge into our team, and to launch a super professional marketing campaign to launch the app. We worked out our financials and they're ready to be shared with you. And are you ready to get wasted? Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. I'm sure there will be more, lots of questions.
Hi, Alicia. It's your compatriot here from Holland. Bas, sorry, I'm not on the video. There's a bit of bad internet connection. I'm in Ukraine. The question about marketing you mentioned. What are your plans right now? What's your idea to push it? How did you get to the current traction?
Actually, we did the current traction is with our community in North, and that's we were able to reach those people because we were really involved in the neighborhood. So we went on the streets, stuff like that, and our community grew. But of course, if we want to scale up, we have to do it differently, and everything will be more digital. So we are connected to the sustainable world quite a few years now. And we are really well connected to some sustainable brands. So that's an important way to go. Work together with the sustainable brands that are also our rewarders. So there will be cross marketing communication. Next to that, yeah, we have to set up a marketing plan together with somebody that has the real knowledge. And we do this together also with our new graphic identity designers. That is Tonic. They have a lot of marketing knowledge also. So we have several ways to come up with a good marketing plan and grow in Amsterdam.
Thanks a lot.
Okay.
Hi, Alicia. That was really nice presentation, and I think I like the concept. But could you shed a bit of light on the market and competition? Areas in the ecosystem that are competing in this kind of thing, and how big is the market?
I think I followed you not completely, but your question is about competition, I think.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good question. There are apps existing that reward or incentivize to use less plastic. What is different in the Wasted app is that you have to prove your changed behavior. And that's based on how we work now. In Amsterdam North, people go to the bin, make a picture of their full bag, and we validate the picture. So in the app, it works the same. You get a very concrete step, use your refillable bottle, but prove that you are changing. So you make a picture. And it's something that people like to do because people can show their good behavior. And we notice that people like to do that and like to share that and show. So that's a big difference. Also, it's of course reward based, and that's not new, but the combination of the validation and the rewarding and the systematic approach. So you grow in the app, the challenges, the action become harder. So that, and of course, show your own new behavior, the impact, makes us stronger than the competition.
Thank you so much for that.
Okay, thank you.
I also have
Alicia.
Just last question.
Okay, go on, Julia.
Okay, so it's more of a fundamental question, and I'm first asking, like, what do you see as your biggest challenges? Because a lot of similar companies or companies that are trying to change consumer behavior, people say that actually the more important thing is to change the companies that produce such plastic, and that that you just target the very small amount of people that are actually willing to go that far and to create that behavior change within themselves, but that to target the wider mass, that it might be harder for everyone to download an app and like follow all the steps. So what are your thoughts on that?
True, that is a risk. So in the app, it's not only changing behavior of the consumer, because you're right, it's both ways. The consumer has to change, but also the industry has to change. And what we've been testing the last years in Amsterdam North with the community is the specific collection campaign. So we work with a construction site in North to collect the waste from their construction site. So we also work together with the big companies. So another example is, for example, IKEA. They have maybe a high value plastic product that is bought a lot by consumers. Can be a to water your flowers. Sorry, I lost the word. When it's damaged or something, IKEA can work together with us to say that our users can bring back those products back to the store, and then they can use this plastic to create, for example, new furniture. So that is just one example of a collection campaign we want to make possible in the app. And we know there's demand for it because we had conversation with Amsterdam Arena and already IKEA. So there is demand. Thanks.
Alicia, I'm very sorry I have to interrupt you. Time is up. So any more questions, please find Alicia on LinkedIn or in the chat until our event ends. And our next startup, I'm glad to present Wareteka, ecosystem for logistic, warehouse, market, and Alexei, who is going to tell us more. Hi, Alexei.
Hi, everyone. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. I didn't see it so far. No, one moment. Let me see. Okay.
Do you see my screen?
Yeah, I see a video and I see a screen. Fine. You can start.
Everything is fine?
Yes.
Okay, guys. Let's make the logistic industry great again. My name is Alex Mosman. I am the head of the product in Wareteka. Wareteka is a digital warehousing ecosystem for small and medium enterprises and the third-party logistic operators. Our mission is to let small and medium enterprises access to a high-quality logistic infrastructure. We start with 8 European markets with a volume of logistic services estimated at $37 billion US. Working on this market, we already see such trends: the digitalization of warehouses, fast orders for e-commerce, the fastest possible integration with various software, and the creation of new logistic services, such as fulfillment. At the same time, we see market problems. In particular, 3PL operators do not want to work with SMEs, since they believe that this segment is not marginal and has low turnover for them. As a solution, we are sure that Wareteka will become an ecosystem that will help SMEs build a quality chain to the 3PL operator. Please take a short look at the slide. We connect customers from different locations and help them to route their logistics, choose a service provider, manage the warehouses, processes, and shipments. As I said earlier, the advantages for SME is an access to a high-quality logistic infrastructure and the fastest possible integration with them. For 3PL, this is an access for a new market and accordingly to resources. We see that there are competitors on the market who have already tested this model. Most of them are located in the United States, and the total investment in these products is more than $80 million US. We plan to take 7% commission from each operation of from the 3PL operator and 3% commission from SME. During the year of operation, we added more than 1,500 warehouses, signed agreements with such major players like Raben Group, CBRE, FM Logistics, took leading positions of internet traffic and entered the Polish market, where we already have our first happy customers. Our team has extensive experience in logistic and software solutions development for large international corporations. Therefore, we are confident that our experience will provide an opportunity to create additional value to the market. Thank you for your attention and ready to answer the question, guys.
Any questions, please?
This is Wolfgang, can you speak a little bit what your business model is? So how do you get remunerated?
First of all, our main idea and our main idea of the business is to connect businesses which usually do not work with each other. As I said, warehouses, big warehouse operators, they do not want to work with small businesses because of the low margin and lots of operational things to do with them. But our platform takes the operational on ourselves, on our hands, and that's why 3PL operator, big warehouses, they receive just goods with goods with which they can do their warehouse job.
And how do you get paid? Is this a monthly fee? Is this tailored? Is this subscription? Is this user?
We are going to take a commission from each transaction, which pays SME to the 3PL operator. It's like 10% altogether.
Okay, thank you.
Alexis, thank you for the presentation. This is Har Speaks. Could you elaborate a little bit more on how you find operators and actually the clients? How do you approach them? What is the sales process and what is the go-to-market strategy in general?
Okay, I will inform how we work in Ukraine, first of all, and then how we work in Poland. In Ukraine, for us, it's much more easier process because previously the core of our team used to work in logistics service. And we know all the major players on the market. And for us, it was easy to add to the platform the biggest fish on the market, like Raben or CBRE, because we already knew them. And when we added these big fish, the smaller fish come to platform as well. When we started from the Poland, we started from the cold messaging to the list of the 3PL operators, to the list of the brokers. And now if Ukraine, we are taking an amount of money for working with us. In Poland, we're absolute for free because Poland is a new market for us. And we understand that, first of all, it's important to make connections, to make good negotiations with our customers. And that's why in Poland, we're working for free and with different customers, not only with the big fish, but with the small segment of the market.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Guys, waiting for questions.
Okay, actually, time is almost up, and thank you so much, Alexei. And I'm excited to invite the next startup, who is from Italy. So we have either Mattia or Carola, who are going to tell us more. Hi.
Hello.
This is Mattia, right?
Yes, I'm Mattia.
Okay, nice. We see your screen.
First of all, thanks. I'm Mattia, CMO of GaiaGo, and I'm sure to explain our mobility proposition. First of all, GaiaGo is a urban tech mobility company, and we started to see how we see the world. For us, the world is a place where a community can move free using share and sustainable mobility, because the people we see when move create value, from go to work or go to live the best share moment in their life. So our mission is to aggregate every form of mobility and to make it accessible or free. And how we make to let people to move free. First of all, we have worked to create a proposition of a marketplace where integration of mobility into the place where the people lives, and we create a connection where the mobility operators are accessible for the people by a marketplace, simply by purchasing offers from local shop and brands. But how it works, our model, is very simple, because we're the communities where you can use our marketplace to watch ads, content, and do action promoted by brands. They could collect and redeem mobility hours to get around free on using the mobility implementation of their buildings and mobility operators. We are creating an ecosystem where our marketplace could help the urban regeneration, the development on the reconstruction of the city, and the optimization of the new buildings, where I can connect two worlds, the world of the advertisement and the world of mobility providing. So to let the people to move free, the mechanism is that the people make action in the marketplace where they're advertising and connecting the local shoppers, and to let the people to using, after they make the action, to using the mobility operator, using the public transport, and even the trains, using the mobility, the concept of mobility credits. At the moment, we are moving from Italy. We are launching our project in corporate, in utilities company. We are launching project in real estate and residential. And of course, we are starting from Italy, and we are moving into all Europe.
Did you finish, right? You finished, right?
Yeah, finished. Thank you.
I guess it was so early that I didn't believe it. I wanted to recheck, like 1 minute 50.
Yeah. So what's the ask? This is Gary. What's the ask?
Sorry, I'm struggling to understand what you said.
What do you want? What do you want?
So thanks. We are looking for industrial partner, investor, and
but exactly how much you want. Whenever you're doing a presentation like this, what do you want? What's the ask? $250,000? How many euros? And what's it going to be used for?
According to the rules, I think that we can't ask it.
Okay, you don't have to. You can tell me offline, but I'm interested in that, right?
Yeah.
So what are you going to be using the funds for?
Basically, we are looking for industrial partners, and
what exactly will you use the funds for? What are you going to use it for? Sales and marketing? Are you going to use it for the partnerships? What are you going to use the funds for?
Like you said, we are partnership, helping on developing in the urban regeneration. So the SGR, the developers, and the connection of our ecosystem works in urban. We are working with advertising, we are working in mobility providing. So in ecosystem, there are different parts that works, and we are looking for all those aspects that we can help on attraction and scalable. So
yeah, Carola, I would just, for me, if I was you, I would just like exactly pinpoint what the use of funds, what you're going to be doing with it, and then what does it mean in terms of maybe growth of the company, right? Just give us some idea, because it's like an investment. Think about it yourself. You don't put money into something, you don't know what the potential outcome is going to be, right?
Yeah.
So, do me a favor in chat. My name's Gary Fowler. Send me over exactly what you're looking for.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
I had a question for you, which is, it seems to me that you have a three-way marketplace, right? So you have the rider and the viewer on the one hand, and then you have the advertisers and you have the mobility providers. And in addition, you have a diverse set of mobility providers and advertisers. And so it would seem very difficult to get everything together, and would need a lot of funding. And then the question is, why do you need the advertisers? Why do you need the advertising side? Like, can you not, and it seems you're already focusing on that, on just the mobility side, just have people who need mobility, people who offer mobility, have some kind of transaction and credit system between them, but why do you need the advertisers again?
Yeah, thanks for the question. First of all, we need the advertiser because if the people make action made from advertising, and advertising, you can see even the developer that makes the implementation of our platform in the buildings and the regeneration of the city, we can let the people on doing action of the advertising to move free. Because if you're going to buy something, adverts in our marketplace, you are going to buy something, adverts from the advertiser. The advertiser pay us to make it adverts. Okay, so with the money that we can reach with the advertiser, we can, like in a mobility exchange, let the users have the credits to move free. So we are going to buying time from the mobility providers that very love us because we are a new channel for the mobility providers, and the advertiser is very happy because okay, it's a user-centric platform. It's a 100% native because it's a place where the user make an action, decided the user to make an action to have the credits to move free. So in 2 words, I told you our revenue structure and why we need the advertising. There is another more deeper reason because the cost of mobility is very high for the normal users, and the struggle of the mobility sharing partner is that they paying a lot for maintaining vectors. So if our marketplace help to mobility providers to implementing in a real estate, because our work is to implement in a real estate, in a corporate, in a regeneration and a residential, we can help the advertisement world to not be so money invadent to the end users, and help the old mobility providing to more be efficient, optimized. And don't forget that mobility have to start from the places where the people live. So I don't know if I answered.
Okay.
Okay, time is up. Thank you so much. And we have 2 startups left. Julie, don't forget to vote, just in case. And then our next startup is the legal tech startup from Natalia. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, are you going to tell us more about your
Yeah, sure.
startup? Yeah.
Let me introduce my screen to you.
Yeah, I see your screen. Yeah. Fine.
Do you see? Yes. Super. So time is mine, yeah?
Yes.
Audience, let's talk about intellectual property in numbers. 8 out of 10 companies have a name, but only 3 out of 10 protect it. Annually, $600 billion losses such big companies as Adidas, Apple, Starbucks, and many others suffer from stolen trademarks. So why they just don't protect their brand names? As a patent attorney last 12 years, I was facing this question and realized that average process of trademark applying approximately takes 14 days, 2 weeks for filing a simple trademark. It's crazy, isn't it? So we decided to replace this boring routine by several algorithms and created our amazing patent bot. Easy chatbot, which helps SMEs to protect their intellectual property all over the world. We reduced time and money people usually spend on trademark applying, and we made it global. We call her, to speak 9 languages and to work 24/7. We don't have direct competitors, but we do have some close ones. But none of them, clearly none of them, combines our easy, cheap, and fast way of trademark applying. Our market is global and it grows annually. Our business model based on direct sales and sales via partners. Our traction is impressive. We twice our revenue with almost 0 budget on marketing, and we gained more than 55,000 of unique users. It motivates us to move forward. And speaking about moving forward, PatentBot is a very scalable solution. So our next steps are to launch international registration in more than 120 countries and to add patent services, becoming B2B IP management service at the end. Please meet our experienced team of bot developers and legal hackers. I am the best patent attorney in Ukraine, and my co-founder Artem Afan is the best IT lawyer in Ukraine, and together we are hacking the law. PatentBot was recognized as Bot of the Year by Product Hunt and one of the best world legal innovations by Hill. Up to date, we have raised 170K, and now we're raising on seed round. Use legal tech, invest in legal tech. Thank you. I'm ready for your questions.
Thank you, Natalia. Amazing opportunity to ask Natalia some questions, and just in time, perfect timing.
Hi, this is Keith. Hi, this is Keith. I have a question. This is actually a great idea. We have a lot of issues with trademarks and patents. The question for you is, this is to somewhat standardize applications. Is that correct? The application process?
Yes, it's location process, and currently PatentBot is covering 45 countries. So we operate in US, in China, in Europe, in Middle East, in CIS countries, and together it's 45 countries for now. And
so you already have 45 on board, and now you're you're going to reach out to the rest. Is that it?
Yeah. So we will add international registration, which cover more than 120 countries. And this is a possibility when your product is international and you need not only one national registration, but also in different countries. So PatentBot will be like one, like one tool for every country for international registration. It's very convenient for startups and for big companies as well.
Can you just address your revenue model quickly?
Yeah, sure. So like our monthly revenue is around $13K, and our up-to-date total revenue is $420K.
Yeah, my question is monetization from your platform.
Yeah, monetization based on one-time purchase. So clients pay us professional fees as legal attorneys. And this is our monetization based on, but when we will launch our B2B model of IP management tool, we will charge as monthly recurring revenue. We will charge a monthly subscription for IP protection monitoring, for like additional services which can be used in this area. So we have a plan for that.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is Wolfgang. I think this is a fantastic niche and helps to digitize a very, let's say, administrative and difficult sector. What does it take to get into a country? Do you need people locally to partner with that advise you?
Yes, exactly. We find local partners, but as in the matter of fact, I am patent attorney for 12 years already, and we have a strong connection and strong network all over the world. So it's not so complicated for us to find someone in a specific country. So yes, we need to work on with partners, but when the local market is big for us, I mean, then when sales there are reaching up with exact numbers, we will find like someone to hire, because it will be certainly more profitable.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, quick question here from Bas. Is that still possible?
Last one.
Yep. Oh, great. Hi, nice to see you again.
are you now available for kind of international clients to be registering patents, or not patents, but
with patents also, but
also
yeah,
patents?
actually we have added since our last conversation, we've added patent services in United States. So now you're able from all over the world, every entrepreneur can apply with the help of a bot to American Trademark and Patent Office with claim to protect his or her patent, and it calls provisional patent application. Yeah, so it's no matter where you are located. If you need a trademark in Europe or a patent in US or trademark in US, please be free to use our bot.
Thank you.
Oh, okay, I have to pass the word. Thank you, Natalia. I have to pass the word to our last participant for today, our last startup, job seekers, and from the UK. Lisa, hi.
Hi, Marina.
Yeah, we see you. Let me see your screen. It's nice, perfect. We can start.
My name is Dr. Elsa Zakang, introducing you to job seekers. If you have a brain, you have an unconscious bias. Now, for example, you wouldn't expect a manager to say that I'm not going to hire this person because they're a woman. But what stops them from thinking that because you are a woman, you wouldn't be able to do the job as well as a man can? Now, the same applies to all minority groups. This year, unconscious bias became the topic of several conversations following tragic events. Job Seekers was created for this time. It was founded on the following premises: unconscious bias hinders diverse recruitment, diverse teams outperform their competitors by over 40% in profitability, culture is the glue that holds an organization together, and video is the future. Over 80% of millennials consider how they fit to a company's culture before taking on a role. Now, Job Seekers is a careers platform mitigating unconscious bias at the sourcing and screening stage of recruitment to increase diversity and inclusion and to decrease churn. You start off discovering companies and swiping right to apply for jobs. The platform produces an overall percentage fit score, as can be seen highlighted in red, which is presented to the employer anonymously. Candidates are matched to employers based on their culture alignment and competency to the job role. This is Job Seekers USP, curated by GCHQ. The employer then pays a fee to reveal and engage with selected candidates. Thereafter, our in-app tools drastically reduce time and cost in the interview process. Now, if you're comparing us to another job board, you get more than a CV, you get a pre-qualified candidate. Or if you're comparing us to a recruitment agency, you get a candidate that fits to the job opportunity aligned to the company's culture, all at a fraction of the cost to traditional recruitment. Job Seekers is free for employers to post jobs and for candidates to use the platform. An employer purchases a package of applicant credits where one applicant credit equates to one applicant. We launched in April 2020. We have over 40 employers on the platform in partnership with 6 universities, and our MRR is $2,300. This has all been achieved by various lead generation tools costing $72 a month, resulting in an MRR of $3,900 by the end of next month. Additionally, with $100 spent on Facebook and Instagram advertising, we gain 400 to 500 startups per month. This has all been achieved by this team with complementary skills in technology, recruitment, and marketing under our chairman, David Moffett, one of the founding members of Monster Jobs Worldwide. We've won several competitions. Now, our MRR is $2,300, translating to 15 credits sold per month. We're on track for an MRR of $3,900 by the end of next month, translating to 30 credits. Continuing at this rate, selling 3,000 credits per month, our MRR will be $385,000. We believe we can hit this by 2025, if not sooner. We're currently raising our next round of investment to enhance our technology, increase our presence in the UK and Europe, and penetrate the US market. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Elsa. Questions?
Yeah, I had one question, Elsa. How do you define diversity? Do you define it by the way people think, or is it genetics? And how do you measure genetics? Because a lot of people in the UK are mixed. So when would you say person is minority? When would you say person is non-minority? And the second one is cultural assessment. You make cultural assessment. Wouldn't that go against diversity? Because if people have a certain culture and they're matched to a certain company, then you would think that that company would go towards a certain culture and way of thinking. wouldn't it be better if, in order to have more diversity, to just go against, have somebody different at a certain company, different from the culture?
All right. Sorry, thanks for your question. So the first question was, how do we define diversity? So obviously we have the general tools of doing it, whether it's gender, race, ethnicity, whatever that may be within a specific person. But I think the one thing to remember is the concept of that like hires like. When you're looking at a CV, you get drawn to what reminds you of yourself, and that happens unconsciously and happens to all of us. So when we're talking about diversity and inclusion in the initial stages, we're talking about giving everybody an equal opportunity based on the two things that we believe matters in any job opportunity. One, can you do the job? And two, how would you mesh well aligned within that culture? Which leads on to your next question, which is obviously the culture assessment. So what we use is 11 questions that are based on the scientific Big Seven, and is around workplace culture. So a candidate answers these questions based on, their ideal workplace. So what type of managerial structures do you like, and all these different things. Now, it's worth remembering that that's why startups work, because you have to have a certain mentality of being in a startup. So when we're talking about culture, we're not talking like you have to be exactly the same person, but at least you have to align on some certain core principles. Yes, it's true that if you're working, or if everybody's answering the same questionnaire, you have a tendency of hiring for the same thing. And this is why we work with companies specifically if they're trying to change their culture, or if they're trying to hire for something different, so they can make it more targeted towards whatever it is that they're hiring for. But it's remembering that in that process, we don't want to get too we don't want to get biased whilst trying to mitigate unconscious bias. But that's something that we're definitely working on, and what the funding for the next round would be, really to focus on enhancing that technology with the cultural piece, making it accurate but also non-biased, but also enhancing the technology in general, including the UI and the UX and the uptake for everybody involved. I hope I've answered your questions.
Can I just ask a question? My background is as a psychologist, as a neuroscientist. So when you look at workplaces and see the most effective way, you have what we call neurodiversity, you have diversity of thought process, et cetera. So often what companies need to do is actually hire against their culture. Most people decide to interview within the first 30 seconds. I'm just wondering how you might deal with that situation.
So you said most people decide what not to interview within the first 30 seconds?
To hire somebody within the first 30 seconds of the interview. It's all unconscious, and you basically, exactly as you said, people hire people that they like because they get them. But that's not normally the best people to hire. And I'm just wondering how you might deal with that.
So, for example, we're working in partnership with some psychologists, for example, Jennifer Eberhardt, who has done some studies. So she worked with an app called Neighborhood. I don't know if everyone has heard of it. And it was the whole idea that when people moved into a neighborhood, especially people from minority ethnics, there was an increase in the number of police phone calls. So what she worked with Neighborhood to do was to create 5 questionnaires that everybody had to answer before making that call. Have they done anything suspicious? Have they done anything that will warrant this call? And they saw that through that study, the number of police calls drastically reduced by 70%. So job seekers in itself focuses on the sourcing and screening stage, but as you've said, this continues to the interview process. So what we encourage our employers to do is have this set of questions that we're working with psychologists to develop, so that after the interview, you make sure that at least you're being objective based on these questions, and you have not let our own unconscious bias come in the way of hiring the best candidate.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. As our time is up, and that was the last startup for today. Just wait a minute and we will know the winner for today. And for announcing the winner and some more interesting information, I'm passing the word to Anna. Anna, hi. The floor is yours.
I am rushing in to take it. Hello. Oh, what a battle today. We had seen all the startups, and now it's time for juries to finish up what you were doing, guys, during all the speeches, to finish voting. And while we are closing the voting, the winner of today's battle, besides presenting Europe, in our Unicorn Cup finals on November 20th. He'll also have amazing opportunity to meet some top VCs within a private conversation, right, Alexander? Please tell what we have for the winner today also.
Absolutely. And as we're told today, we have a special club for VCs. It's called VC House, and there we usually have conversation, much longer conversation than 3 minutes. And the winner usually invited to our VC House to talk with VCs who are interested in this startup. And if you are a VC and you are still not the part of our community, please join us. You can ask Natasha or Anna or anybody and join us. And
Of course, everyone knows what VC House is, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's good. But dear juries, while you're finishing voting for the startups we heard today, please pay attention. There'll be a poll published. Girls, can we have a poll? We have an interesting poll for you. We had discovered that it really matters is the founder of the startup, is he's an extrovert or introvert? Does it matter to you really? And we will have some little discussion afterwards in our networking. So please check the box that you personally, truly sense that this is the right answer. And just push a button, submit. And we will see results before the networking starts. And while juries are busy with the poll, girls, did you close the votes already? Do we know who the winner is?
Exactly, we know who the winner is, and I'm excited to announce today. We have very interesting winners today. So place number 3 goes to Smart Migrator and to Peter from Outer Space. Congratulations, Peter.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. It's been great. Thank you.
3 is the lucky number for you today, right?
Thank you so much,
Yes,
Peter.
absolutely.
The place number 2 and the place number 1, it was an interesting competition between the girls. So with a very little difference, we have place number 2 winner, who is Natalia from Patent Board.
Ooh, congratulations, Natalie. Yes, way to go.
Yeah, and good. Yes. Before announcing place number 1, we would like to share the screen of our website where the results are announced.
Yeah, you can. Every one of you can reload your web page of the event page, and you will see the results yourself. But this is,
as you already see, the startup number 1 today is Job Seekers from the
Job
UK.
Seekers.
Elsa, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Yeah, so you will take part in the finals 20th of November, and I'll keep you posted about the next steps.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Marina. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to judges. An amazing competition. Thanks. Well done to all the startups. You guys are doing amazing.
Thank you, Elsa. Yes, you did really great job. And this is just your startup will let us start our networking in the direction that you touched in your presentation. Can we have the results of the poll published? And we will see who do our juries fancy. Okay. So our juries mostly fancy the rest of the team, but they like extroverts much better than introverts. What an interesting results. We had quite different results when we did this poll in MENA region in Africa. And since we do battles all over the world, finally we will know what does our planet think about, where to invest in the outies or the innies. Dear judges, you're the expert board. We rely on your expertise. We rely on your personal experience. So we are being watched in many countries of the world, in 125 countries. people mostly would like to know, what do you personally value the most in the startup? What startup, like how startup can catch your attention as an investor? Like one thing that matters to you the most. Okay, who would like to start?
Significant artificial intelligence. This is Gary. Real, not no bullshit, real AI, neural nets.
So you mean the product?
I'm looking for, number one is a team, but I'm looking for leading edge technology, AI, that can be applied to multiple vertical markets. If you want something that catches my attention, that's it.
Okay, so like if the product will be like the real AI you're looking for, but the team will not be that well, you would go with that innovation?
I mean, the situation is a lot of times you have technical co-founders, right? Mm-hmm. And so we can bring in the sales, marketing, business development, operational folks to make the company go global. So, but having some really cool, of course, it's great to have a great team that you can work with. But if you have a great technical person that's not an extrovert and doesn't like to present or write or those kind of things, that's where we can that's really interesting. And the technology, real AI, because there's a lot of BS out there about, oh, I've got artificial intelligence and it's really algorithmic math. But I'm looking for neural nets, ladder networks, variational autoencoders, all kinds of things that would make a dent in the universe. And if it could be, it's like a car with a beautiful car, we can make the engine a little bit better. Right?
All that guy stuff. So you're looking for all that guy stuff. Okay.
Yeah, but but can you explain me, if you meet the founder and the founder has not the artificial intelligence, but natural intelligence, would you invest in this?
You mean natural, like NLP, natural like a good brain? So, I mean, the thing is, I did it. So a company out of Stanford University, I really liked her. She's a Stanford MBA and a nice person. And we actually built the AI, helped her build it. So, I mean, it's the thing that you look for is, are they solving a problem that's in the market today that's critical? There's so much data out there. Are they solving something that becomes not a smart, but an intelligent solution? And if you're asking me if they have, if they're easy to work with, that's really important. Are they smart? Did they graduate from some of the top schools in technology? Is interesting. And are they open-minded? Are they really want to dominate the market? Seriously dominate. And they have a unicorn mentality.
Okay, but how did you vote, for extroverts or introverts?
Extroverts.
Okay.
Because it's part of the, to sell the mission, it's about storytelling. It's about the narrative, right? So if they're somewhat extroverted, it's better because you can draw information out, whether they're technologists or, business development, you can draw the information out from them.
One VC from Asia just a week ago said us.
From Singapore.
From Singapore said, okay, I will invest only in introverts because this is smarter guys and they will bring you money.
The introverts will bring you money. Yeah, that was the case.
And it was really strange to hear it from, because yes, we usually think that the extrovert will sell really good. But to which extent would you agree with these VCs from Singapore?
I mean, the situation is, so having, it's not about, you're not saying, when I say an extrovert, it doesn't mean that they're not technologically there. I mean, David Yang, my partner in EVA, is a billionaire, right? And he's an extroverted MIT graduate. And so, I mean, I can only tell you that. I'm not discounting the fact they don't have the skills. I'm saying that's assumed that they have the skills, right? And the situation, if they're more extroverted, it's easier to deal with them. It's easier to communicate with them.
But
so
maybe,
I'm assuming they have the skills.
Maybe another reason that for Asia, for example, Japan is a very introvert culture. And so,
I mean, I dealt with, Israelis that were a bit introverted too. It's about extracting it out, extracting the information out of them. I'm also a clinical psychologist, so it's easier a bit for me probably, but that's part of building a team. If you want to build an incredible team, you got to be able to bring the best out in everybody. So number one is I look for extrovert, but I'm assuming that they have the skill sets. I'm not discounting. If you're saying to me, the only thing is an extrovert or introvert, that's a different story. But I'm assuming that they have the skill sets and meet some of the other criteria. Because
yeah.
But
Go
let
ahead.
me jump in. I would like to ask the same question and to hear the opinion of our great sponsor, who is CBC Group. Simon, you are an expert in psychology. What do you think about this? Yeah, Simon.
We don't hear you, Simon.
Yes,
you are
Simon
muted.
is muted. Okay, he will.
Okay.
He will connect and oh, Jordan, you
Really?
looks like you're in heaven. Blue
Jordan,
skies and
your
white.
San Francisco Roosters were late today.
Well, it's too early in San Francisco. Yes. Keith, do you have an opinion towards that?
Well, I just wanted to jump in real quick. I really agree to a great extent with what Gary was speaking about regarding artificial intelligence. And the artificial intelligence takes an ordinary platform and allows it to have the ability to scale exponentially. And so we see a lot of companies pitching their platforms, and they seem almost two-dimensional. But when you add the AI on top of it, it really gives it that extra boost. And so I agree with him in terms of where the interest lies in terms of investing these days. With regards to the psychological aspect of introvert or extrovert, I think the observations were right on point, especially with Asian culture. I myself have dealt with, as a business person, learned to deal with people on the tech side, understanding technology early on. And, some people are just introverted, but those people are hyper-focused and sometimes much easier to deal with because they're direct and straight to the point, where extroverts just ramble on. So I think it's just kind of, you take the team as they are. You're going to have some pluses and minuses, but hopefully between the entire team, you're going to have effective communication. So that's just my thoughts on today's poll.
Thank you, Keith. Like what I read on that is that the team that matters, but not like exactly the team, but the diversity, exactly what our startup that is the winner today was saying. The more diversified the team is, the better chances for it to succeed. And diversity means diversity in everything, in gender, in age, in psychology, in religious preferences, whatever.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree with that.
Yeah, Simon, we see you in the air. Yeah, you have something to say?
Just follow up what Keith says. Psychologically, actually, an introvert is somebody who feels energized by talking with a small group of people, and an extrovert is someone who feels energized by talking to others. But one of the things that we often do is we coach people to recognize whatever your natural tendency is, you can overcome it. And therefore, rather than just focusing on whether or not somebody is introvert or extrovert, I'm naturally actually an introvert, but it is a skill that we need to do to be able to communicate and talk. And the intrinsic issue of whether or not you're introvert or extrovert, you have to know who you are, and then you need to develop your skills, or if you're not able to, then hire somebody who's able to do that. And I think that part about having a skill set, in particular, speaking to someone from Cambridge University, who's talking about neurodiversity in the workplace, where they had a whole group of people, or computer programmers, who were autistic, but they did brilliantly because they could solve certain problems that non-autistic people, NTs, neurotypicals couldn't solve. So I think that capacity to get the most diverse workplace that's focused on your particular area is essential to be successful.
I agree with Simon. I agree. I think being an introvert in this space is like driving a car with 3 wheels. While God made you an introvert, you have the responsibility to express yourself in a way that the rest of the community is going to understand you. So if you're going to continue to shelter yourself in, then you are destined for failure.
But you're always can fit somewhere, right?
Like not really. I think, going to a wedding in Bermuda shorts and thongs and flip-flops isn't going to get you any attention. coming to a community, able to communicate effectively, wearing the right attire, wearing the right attitude is what's going to get you in. Once you get in and you exchange your information and with the right key stakeholders, then you can be your introvert, but yet it's an essential skill to communicate effectively, because right now, look at us. If you can't speak well, you're done. If you can't express yourself well, you're absolutely done.
Yeah, to just what Jordan says is that, most people, make an impression, and literally within the first 2 seconds, we decide if we like somebody or not. The human brain works at 2 million bits of information a second, and the unconscious is so much faster than the conscious. And if you don't understand how to present yourself in the appropriate form, in the appropriate way, you're finished. It doesn't matter. As a human being, you might be equal, but in terms of pitching, it's just not going to work.
And the last thought is, it's not something that you cannot learn. It's a skill you can acquire, just like coding, just like driving, it's a skill that is acquirable and easy to do. So just know you need it and go get it, and then you're set. You're good to go.
Yeah, I think there are introverts that can well emulate extroversy. So it's not just a straightforward thing, but if you are a startup, you have to be able to tell the story and to inspire. But you can learn it, even as an introvert. And the introvert might be a very good extrovert emulator.
Especially women, right?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, IT, go ahead. Yeah.
We're talking about extroverts versus introverts. We were also talking about homogeneous groups versus diverse groups of founders. And I'd like to ask the group about your opinion. I would personally think that it's not necessary that a diverse group of founders is necessarily better. I think a startup has to take very quick decisions, maybe a little bit different from a large corporate settings. And that sometimes it might be better to have actually very like-minded people lead a startup. And I can see this when I look at Rocket Internet and some company builders in Germany, that they're trying to actually recruit very homogeneous set of founders. They have a certain type of founders they want. And I don't think they're really going for a diverse group of founders, and I think quite successfully. So don't you think that maybe for a startup that has to take really decisions really fast, that maybe being more homogeneous might actually be advantageous?
Very quickly, they have to get along with each other. I think that's an important element. They can be diverse if they get along, but sometimes they don't if they are too diverse. So I think you have a point there. And if it's a homogeneous group of founders, you cannot exchange. If you have 4 people who are on the same wavelengths, you don't change them if they are successful. So there is, again, no one size fits all.
No, I think I'm spot on with you, Daniel. I worked for a company. There was 56 Indian guys, and I was the only non-Indian person, number 57. They got along extremely well, but they all thought similar way, and it created an obstacle for growth. So when we brought in some diversity, it didn't quite work out because the personalities didn't quite work out, and it created a step backwards. So I agree with you, Daniel, 100%.
I think what happens is that homogeneous people, they do connect more. We do naturally like people that are similar to us. And initially, the companies does very, very well. But then what we find is as companies scale, they hit these various positions. In particular, for instance, if you've got a group of introverts that are great computer programmers, as an example, and then all of a sudden they hit a round B funding round, and all of a sudden they need to actually run a 150-person company, and they don't have the communication skills, they don't have the knowledge. So that is very problematic. If I can just go back to the idea I said before, we survived the Ice Age by having different people with different minds that were able to communicate effectively with each other. So the ultimate companies that I've seen have got different groups of people and then learn the communication skills to work together. And that gives a much richer, broader, and ultimately much more successful long-term solution. That's my experience. Other people, I'm not saying there's no unsuccessful companies that is homogeneous.
That's interesting. So you are guys, as investors, you concentrate on personalities much more than all other things. So personality is a primary thing that you pay attention to. Did I get you right?
Well, we say in the angel and seed investment, 80% of the investment is based on the team. And to be frank with you, the relationship you would have as an investor for 2 or 3 years with the startup is pretty close. It's almost intimate. You want to get along with them and like them. And if you have a debate, if you have an argument, you know it's coming from a good place. If I don't like them personality-wise, it's really difficult to just be what I want to be with them. And so, yeah, I have to like them and have a good, healthy, open relationship with them.
That's what maybe differs venture investments from all other investments. When you invest in a real estate, you don't really have to like the broker, right?
Yeah,
you usually don't like the broker anyways.
Yeah, you can like the, yeah, but it's not primary. But when you invest in the startup, you have to really like the guys you invest in. And this is good. This is good because you're
active. If you're active investor, if you're going to give a check and step away and leave and come back once a quarter, then it doesn't really.
It's not fun. Let's not do it. Let's be active investors. Let's help all the startups succeed, change our world for better. And you have also a chance to do that with us on our unicorn battles. And Marina, can you show us where we're gonna go next?
Yeah, I wanted to ask a very interesting question, but if we are finishing already, so I will show the screen then.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll do the screen sharing. We have our last slide. So, okay, we're going to have those upcoming events and invite you to visit them and join those events. And of course, looking forward to see you at the finals.
Exactly. Yes. South America Health Tech and North America FinTech will discover the best startups in those industries. Everybody is welcome to join us because the time is ticking. We have already done 13 battles in this season, 7 more to go, and then we're going to have the World Finals on November 20th. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. Great event. Thank you, CBS Group, for supporting us for this battle. See you all, guys.
See you. Bye-bye. Take care. Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys. Bye.
I wanted to ask such an interesting question. Oh, yeah, but it's too late.